We are living in an awesome time when you can get great quality scopes at prices previously unheard of. In this video, we're looking at one such scope, the brand new Helix front focal plane 6-24 from Element Optics. What's up everybody, welcome Squad Squad and welcome to Slavguns. I'm glad to have you here, as always. Over the last year, we have covered a number of optics that brought good image quality, a useful front focal plane reticle, at previously unheard of prices. They are able to do that by designing scopes in the United States and then having them manufactured overseas by competent OEMs and then imported back here. One such scope, which I've come to love, is going to be the Element Optics Titan 5-25 rifle scope, which we previously covered in a previous video, which you can find linked above. It's an awesome scope with the best turrets at under $1,000, terrific image quality, and an overall solid build. But what if your budget was $500 instead of $800? Your option from Element was the Helix rifle scope. However, it only came as a second focal plane reticle. That is, until now. This is the brand new Helix 6-24 with the front focal plane reticle, a highly anticipated scope in the under $500 price point. As we've done in the past, let's start with the unboxing. We'll go over the features, and then I'll take it outside for some footage and give you my first impressions, and then the bottom line. Again, I just received the scope, so I'm going to record the unboxing and the intro just as I received it, and so would you. If you want to skip to a particular section, there is a timeline in the description below, along with links to where you can find more information on the scope and where to find it. So let's get into it. I am going to put away the Titan for now, because I think we'll be comparing to it, and this is the Helix. Design of the box and everything is exactly the same. So the Helix is available in two different types of reticles, and you will get listing of what you have on the box. The box seemed to be a little bit narrower. Do I have the Helix box? I'm sorry, the Titan box. Yeah, it's over there. So the Titan box is just a little bit bigger. Feels good. Okay, solid box. I do like that there's styrofoam inside. And this is what we have. So I don't have a second camera, so we'll look this way. So we have an Element Optics sticker. We have, looks like same type of manual. So we have the manual for the Helix. And what's cool is that you have a reticle guide, and the reticle guide is going to tell you everything about the reticle, what the scale is, what the hash lines marks are for, and all the holdovers. So I do appreciate it. I know you don't need to do a manual and you can go online and get a manual, but I do like having it here. I'd also like a nice box too. All right, so we have a cleaning cloth. Pretty nice cleaning cloth. Although I generally never use them. Go figure. Okay, we have the two bolts. Keys, Allen keys. So this should be 4. One of them is going to be to adjust the zero stop, but the caps are toolless. I don't remember what the other one was for. Oh, the other one is for this part, which is the mini throw lever that you can put on there. You do get a sunshade. Fairly nice aluminum. Threads look pretty good. Okay, this is cool. So you have spring-loaded caps. Very nice to have. So it was very awesome to see it at the $800 price point. It's cool that they're including it at this one, which I believe is $479. And then we have the scope. Okay, so one of the things I'm noticing is you have a silica packet, which is going to go into my box of primers so that it kills humidity. And then we have the scope. So the scope, as you can see, does come with a bikini cover as well, which is pretty cool. And you're going to see this tag hanging, which is going to be the inspection tag. And it's going to tell you that it was inspected and it's up to Elements standards. You do have a QR code for video links, and they do give you a recommended torque setting for the ring screws, and that is 15 to 18 inch-pounds of torque, or 1.7 to 2 Newton meters. So you do have that on there. And then we have the scope. So it really looks like just a scaled down Titan. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what it looks like. It looks like a scaled down Titan. So the Titan is the 34 millimeter tube. This is the 30 millimeter tube. All right, so what I'm going to do already is I'm going to install the quick little throw lever. Nice. Okay, so let's start at the front. We'll work our way back. Was it 50 millimeter objective? Yep, 50 millimeter objective, smaller than the 56 on there. The lens is offset inside, so you do get good protection for it. 30 millimeter tube. You have the elevation, you have the windage adjustment, and you have the focus parallax. And you do not get illumination on the scope. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. The design is very similar, but you do not get illumination on the scope. You have the magnification throw lever on here, and then you have the quick focus eyepiece. Okay, so let's, I guess, work backwards. So the eyepiece, ample movement, very smooth, still super, super smooth. There is no locking ring on it, but that's fine. Okay. Magnification, super smooth and consistent. So it's consistent throughout the range. Sometimes in cheaper scopes, what you'll have is it'll be tougher around the edges, smoother in the middle, and then once again rougher around the edges as well. Very nice. Okay, so the parallax, it goes down to just 10 meters, all the way out to infinity. Super smooth, very consistent. One of the things I am noticing is the scallops are, I would say they're possibly a little, they cut in quite well. So if you're wearing gloves outside, this is going to be perfect. But if you're not wearing gloves, it might be a little aggressive. Okay, but super smooth. All right, moment of truth, the scope caps. Wow. This is one of the best for a 30 millimeter scope that I've seen. Okay, so it looks like the zero stop is in there. These are very nice. and I think they're almost identical to the bigger Titan. I did notice a little bit of a skip if you go quicker, but no, it's actually good. And no play in between. There's like no play in between the detents. They're nice, awesome. Okay. And then the windage, it feels a little bit more clicky. Not as thumpy, but very nice. Nice click, precise, tactile, very audible as you can hear. And I have the mic underneath my hoodie. Very nice. Wow. This is super cool. So actually, let's see. This is the Titan. So the Titan is not as clicky. Actually, no, it almost sounds exactly the same. I mean, these turrets, they feel exactly the same. That is awesome. So what I'm looking for is the distance between the clicks. Feels almost identical. I mean, because the turrets on here are quite a bit bigger. Well, let's see, what do we have? Okay, so here, and this is basically partly why, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 mils per rotation on this guy, and we have 10 mils of rotation on the Titan. So because it's a bigger turret, so by going with less clicks per rotation, the distance between the clicks is pretty much the same. That's why I feel very, very good. I'm impressed. My initial impressions are good. So we'll see about the image quality. So these are also toolless turrets. Yeah. So hold the turret, adjust the cap, well, unscrew the cap. Okay. Then you can just basically take this, reset this to whatever you need the 0 to be, screw it down, and then you reset your 0. You do have a 0 stop on the scope, which is awesome. And you have 1, 2, 3, and that's where you have the second Allen bolt for. You loosen it up, put that into position, and you're good. Very nice. Well, I'll have to re-zero it anyway, so it doesn't matter what I put it back onto. Wow. Very nice. All right, so let's see. Beautiful. All right. I'm really looking forward to playing more with the scope. And fortunately, you won't have to wait too much because we're going to get right into it.